up YouTube? Welcome back to another Outriders video, and today I'm gonna show you my Technomancer build that can hold tier 15 in expeditions. Of course it's the last tier and should be for groups, but yes, this build can solo it. This is the strongest build out there, but I built it a little bit different than you maybe saw already because I still like my survivability. But let's dive right in the build. Are you ready? Let's go! And there we are, guys, starting with my tree, and I chose for the pestilence tree, so the top line. I built almost everything on the top line, and of course I focused on the assault master because I'm running an assault rifle. So if you are running, for example, a sniper rifle or just a regular rifle, then stack into the first one, the sniper master. Why did I stack into there? Because of course you're getting an extra 20% assault rifle damage bonus. And then next to that, it has a bigger chance to drop assault rifles as well. I like this a lot. Then I stacked into, of course, again assault rifle damage. If you want to go for a rifle or a sniper rifle, then stack into the sniper adept. Then over to, of course, the drill coating, another armor piecing by 10%, long range damage weapon by 30%. Then I chose for the grand amplification, increasing your anomaly power by 4% for each unlocked class node. So all these class nodes, of course, are unlocked, and then you will get a little bit more extra damage or a little bit more extra anomaly power that could help you out, and especially with the combination of mods on my gun. Then of course went for the extra magazine, went for the purge for some extra toxic because this is a blighted round build, of course. Best build you can handle with a Technomancer. And then of course the last one, the empowering antenna, and this is huge. Activating decay, increase weapon damage for you and your allies for 40% for 10 seconds. So every time you throw down your blighted turret or you use your blighted bullets, for 10 seconds you will get 40% extra weapon damage. And the beautiful thing is that the blighted turret that I'm using for my skills only has a cooldown of 6.5 seconds. So if you do this correctly, you have a 100% uptime of an extra 40% weapon damage. Let's head over to my skills. Cold Snap. Using Cold Snap for my defensive reasons. So if I'm getting pushed or if I want to take out a boss first, then I shoot that boss. If all the other enemies are getting too close, I'm using my Cold Snap to defend myself, take out the enemy that I want to take out, and then have the time to or escape or take out all the frozen enemies around me. And then let's head over to my Blighted Turret. And the Blighted Turret I really use for that extra 40% damage when I use it. Just like I explained, this has a cooldown of 6.1 seconds. The total duration of that 40% weapon damage is 10 seconds. So you can have a 100% uptime of that extra 40% damage output. And then of course the blighted rounds, the whole build surrounds about this. And if you do it correctly, you can keep up the blighted rounds for 100% as well. And maybe you do not have to even reload if you do it correctly. After a week, after 8-9 days of playing the game, I think this is one of the best builds to go with. And then of course there is some min-maxing. So let's head over to the build itself. And there we are, guys, and as you can see I'm rocking a tactical assault rifle. So the tactical assault rifle will be the burst weapon, and this is so much fun and it's so overpowered. Just one tap almost every enemy, or of course focus on the weak spots on the bosses and you will take them out with a few extra bursts. I chose for weapon life leech, long range damage, close range damage. Then I opted into killing spree, and killing spree gives you killing shots increase the damage by 25% for this weapon for 20 seconds. And the bonus deteriorates with time but stacks up to 3 kills. So take out 3 enemies and you're getting an extra 75% weapon damage for the weapon that you're using it on. And then next to that, just like I explained, I stacked into my class tree into the extra anomaly power. And why? Because I chose for anomaly enhancement, receiving a passive firepower boost equal to 30% of your anomaly power. And as we can see, I almost have 55k anomaly power, so that's around that 16 to 17k extra firepower bonus, and it's a passive, so I will always have this. Counting it up on the firepower gives me around that 230k firepower already, only using this weapon. And then next to that, yeah, I'm only using this gun. I almost never switch over, but of course we need to choose for our secondary and for our handgun, of course. And then over to the build itself. For my headgear, I went for Kingslayer. Critical hits on an elite increase your firepower by 32k for 6 seconds. And next to that, my defensive mod, or yeah, the survivability mod, Emergency Stance. Attain the golem protective effect for 4 seconds whenever your health drops below 30%. And this is a lifesaver. And then over to my upper body, again, bonus firepower, close range and cooldown reduction. Next to that, I chose for the tier 3 mod, Eudenizer, dealing 25% more damage against enemies afflicted by toxic. And then again, survivability mod with damage absorber, increasing your armor by 52.6k and the resistance by 10%. So this is why it's probably a little bit different from other builds that you saw, because I opted into 2 different survivability mods. So I have that armor up to that 103k, but still if I go under that 30%, I will get that emergency stance activated. Over to the lower armor, again bonus firepower, close range and long range. This is what you want on your whole build. I tried to opt into everything, but it's hard to find the perfect roll, of course. Of course, I went for the spare mag, giving me an extra mag of blighted rounds. And next to that, I got bloodlust. Killing shots increase your firepower 17.5k, stacks up 3 times and deteriorates over 10 seconds. So again, let's say it's around that 18k, it's around 45k extra firepower. So with this, and of course with my mod on my gun, this already pushes my firepower around that 300k damage. Then over to my gloves. Trick of the sleeve, of course, while this skill is active, killing shots grant you 30% extra bullets in your mag, and this is how we could keep up that 100% uptime for the blighted rounds. If you do it correctly, if you hit your crits, you take down your enemies quick enough, you will never have to reload and you will always have that extra power of the blighted rounds. And then next to that, of course, I chose for Dum Dum bullets, increasing the assault rifle damage by 10% because I am using assault rifles. If you're using a rifle or another gear, make sure to opt into that extra 10% of the weapon that you're using. And let's head over to my last piece of gear, of course, the foot gear. Again, opted in bonus firepower, close range, and now healing received. Would love to see that healing received for long range damage, but again, that's min-maxing your build. Chose for the extra critical hit damage for my blighted rounds of 15%, and for sharp eye. Killing enemies while aiming down sight grants you 16k firepower for 20 seconds, stacks up to 3 times again. So again, this gives us a 48k extra firepower up on the firepower that we already have, boosting that around that 350, 400k firepower without all the boosts. So if you hit your crit shot, you can hit around that 6, 7, 800k. And man, this hits so freaking hard and is the must go for the Technomancer. If you want to go for your DPS, if you want to go for your gun battles, the strongest build in the game, then definitely go my route. Of course, you can opt into a little bit more damage if you remove the damage absorber or the emergency stance, but I like my survivability next to, of course, doing a lot of DPS. But enough about the build. I'm gonna show you a little bit of gameplay, the last piece of the tier 15 that I beat a few days ago. So enjoy. But for today, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribers button. And of course the notification bell. See you tomorrow.